Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the journey of life strategy for abundance and prosperity. Now, if you understand the journey of life strategy, nothing can stop you from having abundance and prosperity in your life, because you will be walking by law and order, and you'll be walking along in alignment with nature. So I'm gonna simplify what I'm saying to you, but before I go any further, I want to say to you, you might be hearing in the background all the noises from the rain that is falling, and it is the rainy season here in the Caribbean. That's why you're not seeing me out in nature as much, because it's always raining around these times. Okay, so just bear with me, because I know some people that are easily distracted with any little background noise they hear. Okay, now when it comes to abundance and prosperity, you have to understand the journey of life. So let's go all the way back to when we were expressed here in a state of amnesia, a state of not knowing. So the very first thing you have to do, you have to accept that you do not know everything, or you do not know. So you have to accept your ignorance. And when you accept your ignorance, you're saying that you need help. You're saying that you need teaching. You need guidance. And as long as you could humble yourself and realize that you need guidance, you would definitely be provided with guidance in the form of your mentor. That is why it is said that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, when you are ready to have this human experience, you are prepared with a mentor that you refer to as your mother or your father. So your parents are actually your mentors. Okay? And your mentor took good care of you, nourish you, so you would grow. And you look at the environment that was around you, and your mental faculties start showing you what you need to do. So here was your mentor and your mental faculties working for you. And so nature or your outer environment was actually your first teacher or greatest teacher. Okay, because you was just going by your vision, what you see around you, what you behold around you. But in you was an intelligence that was telling you that you need to get milk from your mother's breast and so on. Okay? So if you understand that, you will understand that when you have a desire, when you have a goal, when you have a dream, you have to realize that it's an impregnation. And just as a child is in the mother's womb and waiting for expression, so too that which you conjure within yourself is waiting for expression, and that waiting is what is referred to as the law of gestation. And that is why it is very important for you to invest in having a mentor. All successful men and women, many multi-millionaires and billionaires, they had a mentor. Someone who taught them the basic principles of life and how to work with those basic principles of life. Because in any vocation of life, it is always you learning the basics and improving upon the basics. It doesn't matter what, whether it's sports or entertainment or whatever. Once you learn the basics and you expand and improve upon the basics, that's what's going to make you a master. Okay? So I'm saying all of this to say that you need to have a mentor. You need someone who would have had prior experience. In other words, someone who would have preceded you in the awakening and who's speaking from experience. Not what he learned from a book, not what he heard another person says, but one who would have had his own experience, and now he's teaching you based on the experience that would have transformed his life. So, my brother, my sisters, your parents, their life was transformed from a child into adulthood. And when you understand the process from a child to adulthood, you realize it's the same process you need for wealth and abundance in your life. So as I said before, you have a desire. That's the seed. Okay? A man has a sperm. That's a seed also. You have a thought. It's a seed. And physically speaking, you want to grow pumpkin, or you want to grow corn or peas. You get the seed and you plant the seed in Mother Earth. Okay? So too, with your psychological seed, which is your thoughts, your desires, okay, you plant it and you understand the process of growth. Everyone born in this world was first a child and was dependent and needed help. And then the very first thing you start to do for yourself in terms of movement is creeping. And when I say movement, I'm speaking concerning moving from one place to the next. Okay? Because you have movement in your hands, you have movement in your mouth and so on. Okay? But to go from one place to the next, because in life, when we want to change our status, it is us moving from one place to the next. So if you're going to move from one place to the next, if you're going to move from poverty to abundance and prosperity, it's a journey, and the journey must go by law and order. And so in the law of life, you see, you have to learn to creep first. And that is why you're told to cherish the small things. Be grateful in small things. Understand how the small things work. Understand the nucleus of everything. Understand the atom of everything. When you have that understanding, you will not miss the signs and symbols that are saying that your wish is already fulfilled and you just need to trust the law of gestation. Trust the process. And so my brother, my sisters, when you start to learn to creep, you start to creep on all fours. And you are paying the price of bruises on your knees. You're paying the price of trying to go too fast. And because of that, certain things was happening to you that would make you cry. So too in every aspect of life, you got to go slowly. You have to understand the process. Then, when you can move from one place to the next, then you're moving to places where there are objects that you can hold on to give you balance. So too, if you want to grow in wealth, in abundance, you need things also in your life that would give you a balance, something that you can lay your weight upon. And what is that? Your gift, your talent. Everyone has been given something to lean upon. Everyone has been given something to depend upon, to stand up. So you can stand on your 2 feet financially. That secret is in Acts chapter 3 too. Okay, it's then Acts chapter 3. Okay. So, your gift, your talent. So, my brother, my sister, search yourself. What is it that you love to do in this world? What is it you're good at? You're good at something. The thing you love to do. Search yourself deeply. And ask yourself, how may I serve humanity? What more can I do to humanity? Sometimes you can love something and it's a hobby, but sometimes that might not be the thing that's going to give you your millions. Something else might be undiscovered inside of you that you have to discover that will give you your millions and will help you to upgrade your hobby. So you got to search yourself. So as I said before, just as you will find an object to help to give you balance so you can stand up on your 2 feet, so too your gifts and the talents are given to you. Okay? And then, when you become confident that you can stand on your feet, you're going to try to make your first step. And when you try to make your first step with all the assistance of that object that you was holding on to, showing you that you have to trust your dreams and your goals, you have to know when to let go and let God, let your higher self take control. Sometimes you're going to fall down. And some of the life-giving power might flow from you. Blood. That's the life-giving power. Okay, it might bust your mouth. Something might happen to you. Okay? It might involve some crying. Because you're going to get some blows. You're going to get some lash. Because you're going to fall. So life consists of falling and getting up. That's why you can't be too hard on yourself when you want to have a successful life and you've been given this kind of knowledge. And so, as I said before, when you fall and so on, you will feel as if you're getting hurt because it will be a painful, hurtful experience. But it is helping you to be strong. It is helping you to have more confidence. Because if you decided that you're not going to try again because you fall down and you bust your lip or something like that, okay, then you will never be able to walk. But you see, from a child, you have that determination. From a child, you have that will. It's a mental faculty. You have your perception. You have your imagination, you have your intuition, and your intuition has been telling you to get up again. You can make it because you look around and you see others walking. You see the other adults walking all around you and you say within yourself, I have to stand and I have to walk. It doesn't matter how many times I fall down, I am going to get up and I am going to walk. So you take your first step and you fall, but you stand up and you take 2 more steps, then you fall, then you stand up again, you take 3 steps and you fall, and each time you're taking another step and another step and another step and another step, and then you start to walk. Then you become even more joyful. When you start to walk, you're joyful. You see, some of you can't remember because we're born in amnesia. I wonder if you're hearing the thunder as I'm speaking to you. Okay? Because of the amnesia when you were 1 year old and 2 years old. You couldn't even remember all of that, but you're so joyful and so on. When you start to walk, all of that confidence is bringing what? A feeling. And you acquire that feeling. But that feeling didn't just come without pain. It came with effort. It came with determination. It came with attitude. So my brother and my sisters, you have to cultivate tenacity inside of you to create your reality consciously, to have abundance and prosperity in your life by never giving up. Because you did not give up as a child, I wouldn't be walking and talking. You could even pronounce a word out your mouth properly. Now you can speak. You can articulate. So learn the lessons of life. And see it in nature also from the trees as you plant a seed. So, let me move on. So when you start walking now, you're happy. Then, you see others running and you're going to try to run and you're going to fall again. Bust your mouth. Some people seems to like they just forget their childhood days so easily. Because some people no longer embracing their inner child. But you get up again and you start to try to run. And some of us became athletes. When first of all we couldn't walk. Some of us would have become motivational speakers. When first of all we couldn't even speak. So I'm saying all of this to say, my brothers, my sisters, there's no greater technique than the technique of the journey of life. Use that technique throughout your life. And you'll never be disappointed. So, when they have the athletics and they have the Olympics, you have the fastest 100 sprinter, whether male or female. Such a person, there was a time they couldn't walk. That's why sometimes when your child growing up and your child they're trying to walk, they're trying to run, they're trying to do all of these things. Instead of you cultivate fear inside of them, allow your child to grow up rough and tough. Don't bring up your child like some little bitch or some little sissy. Right now they're trying to turn the boys to girls and turn the girls to boys. That's why we need real men and real women in these days. That is why you can't just try to pamper people. You have to tell people the truth. Some people want fucking overnight riches. What the fuck wrong with people? You forget that you was a child? You forget you had to grow up? You forget all the many times that you fall down and you have to get up again? Now you're giving up? You see, when you're in the journey, people don't see you in the journey. But when you achieve and you have all of these things in life, people only see these things in life and they think that you got those things fucking overnight. Life is not like that. Life don't work like that. That's why you have so much schemers on the internet ripping off people because people want overnight gratification. Think. Look. Don't let life slip away from you, the process of life. Don't let it slip away from you. Be grateful in the small things. And when you become grateful in the small things, nothing don't worry you. Nothing don't bother you. The prices on the supermarket shelf don't bother you either. Because why? When you're grateful in the small things, it will multiply. It will grow. It will expand. So my brothers, my sisters, go back to your childhood and use that childhood technique. Use that childhood technique to inspire you and to motivate you, to let you know you can have whatever you want in this world. But you have to know exactly what the hell you want. You need a blueprint for your life. You need to sit down, spend some time with yourself, and have a blueprint for your life. And learn the magic of thinking big. Nothing is wrong with thinking big. But it must feel natural to you. You must feel that you can accomplish it. And of course, action must be put in place. You must take action. Faith is not questioning and just mere believing. Faith is knowing and feeling that which you desire. It is already fulfilled. It is done. Creation is finished. Everything that you desire in this world is already here. Telephone was always here. The cell phone was always here. The computer was always here. But many of us couldn't tap into that kind of wisdom and understanding because we have parents that fucked our minds up with a bunch of foolishness and they didn't know any better. But now you know better and you have the opportunity to change. the chapter and start a new chapter in your life and the life of your children. So I'm saying all of this to help you to grow and to expand and to realize that these times that we are living in, that you have to be bold, you have to be strong, you have to be courageous. You can't be a little bitch, bitching about everything, crying about everything. You have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that everything in this world, it belongs to you. You can't feel you undeserving of something and expect to get it. You have to know that you deserve it. And as long as you know that you deserve it, you wouldn't let anyone talk you out of it. So my brother, my sisters, this is the most valuable technique I can teach to you. This is the most valuable encouragement I can give to you. This is most valuable motivation I can give to you. But motivation is not enough. Action speak louder than words. Put things in action. I definitely like to read comments. I like when people comment. It's good for the algorithm. I like when people share. It's good for the algorithm and so on. Everything that is good for the algorithm, I appreciate it. But my main motive is to hear you say, whether is it 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you say how this truth or this message of self-realization, how it would have changed your life for the better, how it would have pointed you in the right direction, how your life is of abundance and prosperity, and most of all, you knowing your true identity and your history. You know why your ancestors, why many of them were put on plantations and many of them were enslaved, and you break the curse, you break the spell of mental slavery, and now you can equip your children. That's what this is all about. Sometimes it hurts my feeling to see the people that look like me. They have to do something very low to get millions of views on YouTube. They have to drop their standard. No, I'm saying raise your damn standard. Some people do anything for notoriety. Some people do anything for popularity. But I'm saying to you, value yourself, raise your standard, and believe in those who sent to mentor you, to teach you the journey of life. And the journey of life is from humanity to divinity. And as long as you walk with that same process, from the time you born to your adulthood, and you use that in the psychological and spiritual world to grow and expand yourself, nothing in this world can stop you. So, with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. And I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying, if it really makes sense and it really resonates with you and it really challenging you to do something with your life, to get off your ass and understand the law of Goya. If it is doing that to you, and you would definitely like to be mentored, you like to have one-on-one with me, you are most welcome, because this is the time I feel strongly led to have one-on-one with people, to show them the inner science and technology to create their reality consciously by way of Bible study, and understand that the Bible must be interpreted to dovetail with nature. Many people teach you it in the psychological way, but they never tie it back to nature. All these people who speak about law of attraction, they teach it from the psychological way, but they never take it and show you a bit back, how it ties back to nature. So, my brother, my sister, if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me by way of email. I'll send the information for you concerning the terms and the condition. And if you just want just a one-time session, you can have just a one-time session. If just one time only for 1 hour only, you can have that session. Okay, you can just reach out to me and let me know, and I just tell you. what and what. Okay. So let me say also, if you like to follow me on Instagram or you like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me on BlackMadGuru. And remember to like, to subscribe, and to share this video, and to give your comment. Also, if you feel strongly to support this work, I just want to remind you that we have a PayPal, and the link is always down below. Also, you have a choice to be a patron, and if you choose to do so because you're strongly led, I'll definitely appreciate it that you're following your intuition. Also, I have a $20 course that is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously, and that is basically the foundation of you understanding the inner solar system, so you can have enough understanding and decide to do the one-on-one after you have gotten those foundational teaching, and now you're willing to get more into the practical and put things to work and prove for yourself that as nature bringeth forth, so to your life must bring it forth, and how you have to understand these things and tie them together to understand your oneness, your true divine infinite self. So if you feel strongly led to listen to those videos and further on get into the one-on-one with me, I'll definitely encourage you to do so also. With that being said, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.